Okay, so we're going to take a look at one fun approach to solving this problem, which is just going to be a simplification of the problem. We're just going to look at all ones. And I'll pick the number 7 as an example because we did not do that one.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, we did do that one. It was 1001, wasn't it? But anyway, sorry. Well, I'll still do it anyway with 7s. Okay, so I'm going to start with the number 1. Is 1 a multiple of 7?
No.
Okay, what is the remainder when you divide 1 by 7?
Well, the remainder is 1 because it's 1 more than a multiple of 7.
Okay, what's the nearest multiple of 7 to 1?
0.
Okay. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so the remainder is 1. So the remainder, when I divide 1 by 7, the remainder is 1. What about 11? When I divide 11 by 7, can you tell me what the remainder is?
Wouldn't it be 4?
Yeah. Why is that?
Because the nearest multiple, well, it's 7.
Uh-huh.
And 7 plus 4 is 11.
All right, great. How about 111?
Well,
What's the remainder when I divide 111 by 1?
Well,
by 7, I mean.
let's see. So 91 is divisible by 7.
Okay.
98, and then 105 is divisible by 7.
Okay.
So
6.
So the remainder is 6. Great. What about 1111 when I divide that by 7?
777 is divisible by 7.
Okay.
you can do 777 plus 343.
343.
Yeah, so it's getting a little complicated. Although you told me you knew another multiple of 7 around here.
Well, it's 1001.
1001. So how much further do I have to go from there?
You have to go 110.
Okay.
Which is remainder 5.
How do you know that?
Because 105 is divisible by 7.
105. Okay. So there's a couple things. So I want to continue this list, but I'm out of room, so maybe I should erase at the top and start over. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, goes to 1, goes to 4, goes to 6, 4 ones.
Goes to 5.
Goes to 5. So there's 2 interesting math things going on here. It'd be nice if we didn't have to sort of start from scratch every time and see what the remainder is. What do I do? How do I go from 1 to 11, or from 11 to 111, or from 111 to 111? What do I do with the numbers?
Well, you're adding the next power of 10 up. Like here, you're adding 10, 100, 1,000.
Okay, yep, that's what. Give me another way I could do it where I use the previous number also.
Well, you add another 1 onto the end.
Right, I add a 1 onto the front end of it.
Yeah.
What's a formula you could tell me for how I go from this number to this number?
Well, it's the next number. So
How do I go from 111 to 1111? What's the formula?
well, you add 10 to the number of digits this has.
I add 10 to the number of digits this has.
So like, you add 10 to the 3 here, which is 1,000.
Oh, I add 10 to the, okay, so I say plus 10 to the 3. Okay, what's another way? Give me a different formula. What do I do? What's another formula that would get me there?
Yeah.
That would work all the way through.
Well, you're adding a 10 to the. I think a 10. In this case, it's 10 to the 3, but for the whole thing, you're adding 10 to the. So if you say this is 1, 2, 3, you're adding 10 to its number.
Yep, that's what your brother just said, and I want a different way to go. And the reason I'm doing this is I'm going to try to find a simple formula for what's going on over here.
So.
How do I go from 1 to 11? What do I do to 1?
Well, you multiply it by 11.
Okay, does that work here?
No.
All right, well, how do I go from 11 to 111? What do I multiply this by?
Well, you multiply it by 10 and then add 1.
Okay, does that work from 1 to 11?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about from 11 to 111?
So 110 add 1.
Okay, does it work going from 111 to 1,111?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so along the way, I'm multiplying by 10 and adding 1. Look what I'm doing over here. With the remainders, multiply 1 by 10, I get,
10.
add 1, I get,
11.
what's that remainder when I divide by 7?
4.
Okay, now how about when I go to, that's not a surprise that that worked here because the same thing's happening. Multiply 4 by 10, I get 40,
40.
add 1.
41.
What's the remainder when I divide 41 by 7?
So it would be 6.
Because 42 is divisible.
42.
Okay, so this is a little bit easier calculation. 61 divided by 7 has a remainder of
Of 5.
5.
Because
1.
63.
Because
is
63.
1 by 7.
Okay, so that should say this one, 11,111, multiplied by 10, add 1, 51. What's the remainder?
5. 2 because 49.
Yeah, 2. So now I go 111,111. What should the remainder be here?
It should be nothing. Because 2 times 10, which is 20, and you add 1, you get 21. So it's 7 times 3.
Interesting.
So 0. But then if you multiply this by 10 and add 1, you get 1 again, which is back here. But then you just start over again.
Yeah, interesting.
So we have a sequence of what to do.
Okay. Now let's go to the next part.
Okay.